fingerprint plaque. So who draw our hobby of in the back? And it's
Hello, my magical, beautiful, lovely, handsome people. Hope all you guys had a great and lovely and safe and magical Memorial Day weekend. And I hope you are all having a blessed and happy Tuesday as well. Also, a blessed Hump Day Eve and Wednesday Eve as well, guys. I'm so glad you guys are here to watch this episode today as we get ready to continue our topic on Mental Health Awareness Month. But we are focusing this week on my journey and my experience in a mental hospital, guys. Yesterday, I kind of did two videos. I did the first one on what a mental health hospital info is like, and all about that. And then in my second episode yesterday, I talked about the booking / intake process. So if you guys have not seen those two episodes, I would highly recommend you go and check them out on the channel. But anyway, guys, today's episode is going to be very simple. As I announced in my second episode last night, we are focusing today's episode on mainly two things. We are going to talk about the day schedule and routine if you would be in a mental behavioral hospital as an adolescent or juvenile and an adult. There is a little bit of a difference, and since I've had to do both, I thought I would share that in today's episode. Just make sure you understand that this is my experience. It is not the same for everybody. So I just wanted to remind you guys on that. But other than that, sit back, enjoy the video, and make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below if you have not done so already. And let's start as a juvenile. So I guys had to move the camera over a little more because in this spot it gets more light, which makes it a little bit better of a background. So all right, as a adolescent or juvenile, what is your day routine in a mental behavioral hospital? Basically, guys, let's start with the three meals you get. You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? So breakfast is at 7 o'clock every single day. 7 o'clock in the morning, every single day is breakfast, okay? And it goes from 7 to 7:45. Like I said, I've been in 4 different facilities, and I've only been in one where breakfast was not at 7 a.m. It was actually at 7:45. But the other 3 I've been in, it'd been 7. So 7 to 7:45 is breakfast. Lunch is noon or 12 to 12:45, and dinner is 5 to 5:45, okay? Those are the 3 main meals you get. They are the exact same time every single day, okay? Now, as for day-to-day as a adolescent or juvenile, you, like I said, from 7 to 7:45 is breakfast. Okay, after breakfast, if it is a Monday through Friday, you will go back to your room and you will get ready for basically morning group, which is goal group. But you will also have med call. Med call is where you literally go to the nurse's station to take your meds. Now, this does happen. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, okay, and it goes to 8:45, okay, and they are calling a lot of patients. I believe on a juvenile unit, Like the juvenile or adolescent unit I was on, there was over 40 patients. Okay, so it was really, really crazy. Okay. And they only call like 4 at a time. So it's really not a lot at a time to call. But yeah, long story short, you do that, guys. Once it's 8:45, that shuts down and you get ready for morning group or goal group, which is your goals for the day and all that. They have to be based on why you were in there. So I was in there for self-harm and suicide. Okay, and so every time I had a goal group, it had to be for those. The minimum goals I could have was 10. I could not have less than 10, and I could only go to 20. All right, so I had that, wrote it in my journal, and all of that. I had goal group. Goal group was at 9 to 9:45. Okay, that was morning group or goal group. All right. After that, guys, it's 9:45. You would go back to your room. And then if it was a Monday through Friday, then at 10 o'clock, you actually have school. Okay, and that is where you go to school. All right, you go, you do your assignments, your family. Like my mom had to bring my schoolwork to the facility. And from 10 a.m. to 10:45, I did that. All right. And yeah, very interesting. So after that, guys, it's 10:45. I would go back to my room. And then at 11 a.m., I have exercise group, which is PE. And from 11 to 11:45, I did that. Basically, in that group, we did a lot of yoga. We did normal yoga. We did chair yoga. We did wall yoga. I think I only had like maybe 1 to 3 times where it was actually a workout. But you kind of remember in these facilities, they don't have a gym or gymnasium at all. So you're literally doing your workout in the courtyard or in the day room, okay? And I'll explain what that is a little later on. So after that, guys, it's 11:45. You go back to your room until noon, which is 15 minutes. Then at noon, it is time to go to lunch, all right? And you go to lunch and you eat 12 to 12:45. Then, guys, you go back to your room, all right? Then it's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, you go to school. This is Monday through Friday, all right? Keep that in mind. And then at 1:45, you come back to your room. Then you have another group at 2. And then you have another group at 3. And then you have another group. Actually, no. All right. And then at 3:45, you're done. You go back to your room. Now, this is where it sucks, okay? Because at 3:45, you go to your room and you are in your room until 5 o'clock, which is only an hour and 15 minutes, but it feels like forever. Then you have dinner at 5 o'clock, and from 5 to 5:45, you have dinner, okay? Then at 5:45, you go back to your room, all right, for 15 minutes. Then it is ding, 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 6 o'clock. And at 6 o'clock, it is free time. That means you can go watch TV, you can make phone call, you can have and all that, but you don't have visitation yet, okay? Once it is 7 o'clock, you have visitation, and depending on what letter your last name begins with, depends on if you have visitation that day. All right, visitation runs from 7 p.m. To 8 p.m. So you only have an hour of visitation. Once 8 p.m. hits, visitation is over. And then at 9 o'clock, that's when, so now it's 8. All right, I was jumping ahead. Now it's 8. At 8:30, okay, is evening med call. That is where they do your meds. And then at 9 o'clock, it is time to go to bed. Yes, guys, every day you go to bed lights out at night if you are on the juvenile or adolescent unit. Now, going back to my point, guys, what is the day room and the courtyard? Okay, the day room is either two things. Number one, it is where you eat your meals at, but it is also where you go to group at. You go to every group in the day room, okay, with the exception of PE. If you have PE, it is either in the day room or it is either in the courtyard. The courtyard is not very big, okay? You could walk the track, I believe, 20 times, and it's like, okay, the track in the courtyard, you could walk 5 laps in under 5 minutes, okay? I mean, it's a very small track, but that is where you would go outside if you do go outside. Now, on the weekends, guys, on Saturday and Sunday, of course, you do not have school. But other than that, you have group. So the groups I named, you have them every day, but you don't go to school on the weekends, okay? So I guess on the weekends, you have a little more free time. Maybe not a lot, but at least a little more. All right? But yeah, there you guys go. That is the juvenile or adolescent day-to-day schedule, guys. And now I'm going to talk about the adult schedule. Okay, guys, now we're going to get into what your day schedule would be in a mental health behavioral hospital as an adult. And this one is, like I just said a few moments ago, it is different, but it really isn't different by really that much. Number one, guys, your 3 meals of the day, you actually eat at the exact same time: breakfast 7, lunch noon, and dinner at 5. The biggest difference is you actually do not go to school. So no school on the adult unit. However, you do have groups, okay? And I kind of forgot to mention one thing regarding the adolescent or juvenile unit. When you actually have group on the juvenile adolescent unit, you have to go to group. Okay, you do. You do not get a choice in yes or no. 1,000,000% you have to go to group, and you have to go to your meetings with your doctor and your caseworker. And maybe in a later episode, I could talk about what those 2 people actually do, okay? But going back to the adult unit, the first thing you need to know is you don't go to school, don't have class, but you do have group, okay? And I guess what a lot of patients like about being on adult wing is they don't have to go to group. They don't have that choice between going mandatory going to group. They actually get the choice of going to group or not going to group. And that's actually what a lot of them enjoy about being on the adult wing. However, guys, when they do have group, their first group is not at 9 a.m., it's at 10 a.m., okay? And at 10 a.m., they have goal group, okay? Whenever group happens, the TV goes off, okay? Every TV on the wing will be off, and it will be off for the 45 minutes of group. Whether you go to group or you don't go to group, it doesn't matter. TV gets turned off, okay? But when it is in between groups, the TV can go back on. And basically a Monday through Friday schedule on the adult wing, you're going to have 2 groups in the morning, okay? You're going to have goal group and exercise group, PE basically. And in the afternoon, you're going to have about 3 groups. You're going to have a group at 1, 2, and 3, okay? So you got 5 groups, okay, in one day. And that's at least Monday through Friday. Like I said, in between groups, when group is not happening, the TV can go back on. After 5 o'clock, so 5 to 5:45 is dinner. Once 5:45 hits, it is free time, okay? And it is free time up to 10 o'clock. And during that time, you can use the phone, you can watch TV, you can play games with other patients, you can have visitation. Again, if you have visitation and it is at designated times, but it's up to 10 o'clock, you at least have free time, okay? So what time would your visitation be? Now, I didn't really describe it on the adolescent or juvenile wing, so that's another thing I actually forgot. You will have visitation probably between the hours of 7 and 9. Okay, so you'll either have a visitation from 7 to 8 or 8 to 9. It's just one of those 2 times, depending on the letter of your last name, and that is very important. As an adult, it is the exact same thing, okay? 7 and 8, Monday through Friday are the times. On the weekends. On Saturday, it would be more likely in the afternoon. But the biggest, so you do have groups, and you have the choice to go to group or don't go to group, and you never don't have to go to school, which a lot of patients are like, thank God. But there are 2 things you have to do Monday through Friday. You have to meet with your social worker and your doctor. That is mandatory, and you don't have a choice on that, whether you want to or not. So, but really, guys, the thing is, other than that, guys, that's it. And most people say, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. It's nada. Let me clarify one thing. This is nada, not even close to fun, okay? There is not a lot you can control when you are in these facilities. You eat at the same time every day, and you don't get a choice, okay? If you are hungry at 9 o'clock in the morning, well, too bad. You're going to have to wait until either morning snack or lunch, and all of that. So now you guys are probably asking me what happens on the adult wing at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock every single day, the TV gets turned off. That does not mean you have to go to bed, but the TV will be off for the remaining of the night. And you know what? A lot of patients on the adult wing actually go to bed between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So it will be busy on the unit throughout the day, but from 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, it is slowed down quite a bit. I think I have only seen patients maybe once or twice on the adult wing stay up past 10 o'clock. But it's really, really uncommon. And so, yeah, guys, there you guys have it. The day 2-day schedule, both for a adolescent and an adult. You know, phone times on the adolescent end at 9 o'clock, and on the adult wing, they end at 10 o'clock. But yeah, there you guys have it. That is all I have for you guys on this episode, and all of that. But just remember, guys, this is my experience. Please understand that. And make no mistake about it, guys. These facilities are absolutely not fun. Okay, there is a lot of times it's really, really easy to get bored, and I want you guys to understand that when you don't keep moving and all that, and you slow down, it is extremely easy to get bored. You have to keep going every second of the day, because if you don't, and all that, and you slow down, it is beyond reasonable. You will more than likely end up getting born. Okay, and I want to put that out there a million %. All right, so my advice I give to patients is stay active throughout the day, whether it's reading, whether it's doing something. Stay productive, make your day productive. That way you don't run the risks of getting born and slowing down, okay? Because once you slow down, it is a million % easier to get bored. And actually, as a patient, you will not want that. So just a little friendly reminder. But yeah, guys, that is all I have and all that. I hope you guys found this knowledgeable and all that. I would definitely like to know your perspective on what you guys think of it. Because some people have good experiences and some people have bad. But this is, a behavioral hospital is no vacation spot. And I want you guys to be aware of that. So, guys, as always, drop a like if you enjoyed the video. I think tomorrow, in the next episode, I'm going to discuss the rules. And there are rules, okay? On the wing, on the unit, and I'll also get into, if you break the rules, what will your consequences be. But other than that, have a great rest of your Eve and Tuesday, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.